Are readers losing interest in your story because of your main character? Then you'll want to stick around, because today we're discussing the 4 signs your main character is boring and passive so that you can make sure they're not. Let's get started. Hey guys, Nour here and welcome back to my channel. For those visiting for the first time, hello, I'm the fantasy author of the novel Divinity Falling. Be sure to subscribe for weekly writing advice videos. Having a passive main character is a fantastic way to bore readers. Now, I'm not talking about shy characters who have a hard time doing things outside their comfort zones. While they might be passive people, that doesn't necessarily make them passive characters. For instance, just because someone is an introvert doesn't mean they're lame. In fact, I would describe myself as a very passive person because I go out of my way to avoid conflicts. But if I were a fictional character, I wouldn't be a passive character because my actions as a whole aren't passive. This might be confusing, but bear with me. It'll make sense in a second. So what exactly is a passive character? To explain this, I'm going to list 4 signs that a character is passive. Number 1, they rarely make decisions on their own. Other characters are always deciding things for them. They do what others say and have no desire to think for themselves. When the inciting incident takes place, they seek out others to figure out what to do next. They don't think or act on their own. And if another character tells them to do something, they do it without questioning if it's the best way. Number 2, they don't have any goals or motives. While an active character wants to do something or achieve something, a passive character doesn't know what they want. They are just drifting through the story with no motive. Like I said, other characters tell them what to do and carry them through the story. If they're told to choose between 2 different fun things, they'll ask their friend which one to decide. They literally don't have any desires. Number 3, they wait for someone else to save the day. These characters tend to be so passive, they don't come up with a plan to fix their own issues. Instead, they remain helpless and hope for another character to take care of things. Usually, this other character is a friend or a love interest, and they swoop in and defeat the antagonist. Number 4, they don't grow or learn anything by the end of the story. Passive characters often start the story as flat characters. They don't have goals or desires, and because others are doing all the decision making for them, they don't grow as characters. They learn nothing and remain static the entire story, but that's only because they stay boring. So, if your main character is passive, what do? Well, first things first, make sure they have goals and desires. What do they want out of life? What's their passion? Also, let them make their own plans. It's okay for the occasional help, but they should be capable of making their own decisions. If they get peer pressured into something, they can still be active characters, but they should have their own thoughts and be vocal about what they're doing. And when it comes to saving the day, they should play an active role in solving their problems. At the end of the day, you want your main character to show clear signs of growth. And if that's not the case, go back and revise your story so that your characters are active. So that's all I have for you today. I'd love to know, have you ever written a passive character before? Did you ever go back and revise them so they're active? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I put out weekly writing advice videos that will take your story to the next level. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media to see what I'm up to from day to day and to chat with me. And before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sarah Frayne, Alan J. Early, and Noel Kavanti from my shout out tier over on Patreon, as well as all my amazing patrons. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate you. And remember, Nour for president.